In this video, I'm sharing with you the stretches and exercises I do with my horse to help strengthen his back and core muscles and improve his top line. Welcome to this week's challenge, video. Please excuse the disconnected voice, but you might be able to see by watching the video my naughty horse and what actually happened to my microphone cable. So, introducing my 6-year-old Australian stock horse gelding. I call him Jaffa because he's both red and sweet, and I've only owned him for just over 3 weeks. One of the things about Jaffa is that he hasn't been ridden very much in the past 2 years, and he's young, and therefore he isn't really showing a lot of strength in his top line. Given that I'm not a lightweight rider, it's even more important to help him strengthen this so he can have the best protection he can against back injury, and of course to ensure his ridden career is as long and as pain-free as possible. These exercises can be done on the ground really easily and quite quickly before ridden, and together with correct ridden work will really help strengthen the large gymnastic muscles and the core muscles. Please excuse my poor drawing skill, but it does give you a bit of an idea on the location of some of the important structures. Here's the scapula, and sitting above that we can see the wither vertebrae, which is the highest point of the spine. The spine continues roughly about the area of the circles on the body there, and the parts of the spine standing up are the spinous processes of the thoracic or chest region. Of course, the lines running down are representing the ribs. Along this region runs the large muscle of the longissimus dorsi. It's a large supportive muscle, and the one that's, when really strong, allows the horse to carry the rider off of the spine. It's the muscle that forms that really nice, more flat-looking top line that we're often looking for. In between the vertebrae and really close to the spine is a series of muscles that are attached to the spinal column called the multifidus muscle. These muscles are really important in stabilizing the joints between the vertebrae and form the part of the very important core muscles. So there are plenty of exercises that you can find to strengthen the top line muscles, but what I'm going to do is show you the ones that I find really simple and easy to do every time I bring my horse in before I ride. The first one I'm going to show you is called the tummy lift. This lift acts almost as a reverse sit-up and encourages the horse to contract its stomach muscles and lift its back. I use my fingers and nails to apply pressure to the midline of the horse in the thoracic region. This is the part in the middle where the rib cage and muscles meet, and it feels a bit like a channel. I apply as much pressure as needed, move my fingers toward the flank until I get a correct response. Not all horses get this quickly, so it's important to reward the horse by removing pressure at the first try, and they'll soon learn, and you'll get a lovely tummy contraction and a bigger lift. The next exercise is a simple back up. By reversing the horse, it's like a reverse collection. It forces the horse to contract its tummy muscles and simply lifts its back in the process of moving backwards. This is something that's really easy to do before you ride, and it's a really good habit to get into to do 2 or 3 times before you mount. Okay, these stretches I'm showing you here are actually part of a study that was shown to really strengthen those core spinal muscles, even in stabled, injured horses, so they really are worthwhile your time to do. I'm going to describe them first because Jaffa, being naughty Jaffa, is obsessed with food and doesn't really show correct form. So I'll explain what we're doing. The first is a stretch to the chest, the next to the knee, and the next one again down to the fetlock. Once we've done those, we stretch him then to the girth region, then to the flank, and then to his hind knee. Obviously you can use carrots, or I'm using smoochies for this, and we get them to hold there as long as possible. He's not really doing that one as straight as I'd like, but because he doesn't know what he's doing, I'm actually allowing that and rewarding his try. You can see how food obsessed he is. He's trying to lunge at it, but I really want him to hold. That one's down to the knee. Again, these are not perfect exercises, but this may be what you get when you first try them with your horse. Now we're going down to the fetlock. I'm going to work up to that so that he actually holds those stretches for longer. Now to the girth. You can see him trying to get away with just bouncing around rather than stretching, and I don't let him get away with that. Now up to the flank. He's finding this a little bit harder, but I'm sure he can do it. Okay, so I'm going to reward that try because that wasn't bad. And the next one is to his hind knee. Now obviously you conduct these more than once each stretch, ideally 5 times, but as many as you can do. No bouncing, Jaffa. And clearly you want to be doing these both sides of the body, but they really are a fantastic stretch to enable the horse to strengthen those core muscles really, really well. So I hope this was helpful. This sort of stretches and those strengthening exercises combined with correct ridden work can really help achieve a stronger top line for your horse. If you'd like to find more handy horse health information, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of my video releases. Hop on over to my Facebook page, Kazadans Equestrian, or check out my website, www.kazadans.equestrian.com, and have a look at my blog and some of my free downloads.